Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. From UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, another shot for Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Squeeze, double.
This ball complete to Rager. And he is going to have a Packers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Come on, the ball, Hey, take it.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. move. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Long. It's brought in by Harris. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw. Long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. Packers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Back 55.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Brady. And this is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Brady now to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Here's Jones again on second down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it to Watt. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let's go now.
They run with Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's Long to throw on 3rd down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the... And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Long. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, on 3rd down. Maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the...
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Long. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Long down on first down. Again, it's Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Packers' 25-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw is long. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Operating from the gun, long. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back 55, back 55.
Back to throw. Long. Forced out to his left. And a coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On second down, it's Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, long. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That is caught. It's the tight end Tunyon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now a play fake. Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Brady. The throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They'll go again to Jones.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's held. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Being chased out left. Touchdown, Packers. Deebo Samuel his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one carries up the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifting the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Long. He finds his man, complete. That's short. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, McFarland. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. As he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
That's the way to get a goal.
Najee Harris. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rear view mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Johnson now returning. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Long to throw on second down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit it as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Long on 1st and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. The Packers force the turnover. They take over 3rd and 27. Charles Waller's going on between his ears right now. It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw, Brady. Buying time to his left. This will be caught at Samuel. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st down, Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Long. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 4 a week ago. Now 30 here.
One of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Open to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Brady. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect the end zone.
Like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Tyson Alualu. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Now Brady.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we have the 2nd down. But the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs. This game's over.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick the field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Long.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Here's Long from the gun on 3rd down.
Connecting with Johnson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that, because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them, and nice for them to pick it up on third.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. It's brought in by Harris.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
They look to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 on the last play, 19 more here at another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.